everybody. It's a snowy day here in Massachusetts, so I decided to do some resin work this afternoon. I might go up and do a painting or two tonight, but we'll see. So right now I have everything that I need kind of laid out, and the colors that I'm going to be using this is Lumiere Translucent Turquoise. It's a pretty color. And then I've got the Pearlescent Emerald. And to the Pearlescent Emerald, I mixed a little bit of the Lumiere Halo Blue Gold. And again, I've got Lumiere Iridescent Magenta. I have Resin Art Luster Pigment in Copper. And to that, I added, where is it? Primary Elements Pigments. It's Copper Pearl. So that should look very nice. And then I used a Deep Purple by Illumidust. And to that I added the Primary Inspirations Bling Violet Sparkles. In addition to that, I have Resin Art Mermaid Blue, Black Diamond Cobalt, Black Diamond White. To the white, I've added some Diamond Dust from Stone Coat, and I added this to the first translucent turquoise because I wanted a little bit of bling in these. So what we're going to start out doing is I had an idea to do something a little bit different. Actually, why don't I get my first quickie pour in? This is an adorable little mold. There we go. It's an adorable little mold I just got for an arrowhead. And so I'm actually kind of really excited to use it. And once you get the resin poured, you stick this on top and you'll get a double-sided arrowhead. So I'm really excited to use that, and I'm going to do, yes, I think I'm going to do primarily the copper, and then I'll get a few accents of gold in it. And one of my cats must have got somewhere near my glove because my glove is putting cat hair in my mold. I'll get it out. Yeah, come on, you bugger. All right, there we go. Got the last piece. So what I'm going to do is start layering my copper in here. And I still see one. I don't know if that's the mold or cat hair. Well, let's try it out and we'll see what happens. So this is sort of a trial run anyway, so if there is a little cat hair in there, I'll just deal with it. So I've got my copper in there, and I'm going to put just a touch around the edges of this lovely deep green. And have that be sort of an accent color. And I'm going to throw a little bit more copper in there, just a touch. And I'm going to stick this right on top. And we will see what we get out of this. So that's my little arrowhead. That was my quick and easy one. Now with these, I love doing resin coasters. So I decided to try to do something a little bit different today. I'm working with the different pigments, and I should have blown the air bubbles out of that, but that's all right. I'm going to work with these different pigments to create an ocean scene. And then I have this beautiful little starfish mold. Not starfish, seahorse mold. I've never used one of these before. I'm also hoping to get my rose mold filled today. I think I might put just a touch of white and pink in here. I have 2 bowl molds that are ready to be poured. But I want to start with my 2 coasters. And what I'm going to do is try to make an oceanscape out of it. So I'm going to start out by putting a little bit of deep green in a couple of areas on here. And I might use more on one mold than the other, just to get that color in there. And then I'm going to come in here with the Deep Mermaid Blue, because this is a very, very lovely color. I actually like this color quite a bit, and I've just started using it. And I figured I'd expand my collection of alcohol inks and resin pigments, because I actually really enjoy working with resin. Get a little bit more in there. I want to save some for my seahorse. And then on top of that, let me give this a quick torch just to get the bubbles that are there out. There we go. So on top of this, I'm going to add my cobalt blue, and I'm just going to kind of layer it in here, here and there. Just little bits of it here and there. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And I want to save a little bit of that for my seahorse. And then I'm going to come in here with this lovely turquoise. I'm going to get this on the top of this. And I'm going to have to make some more of this, I can tell, because I'm not going to have enough to do all my little projects here. And come back over here with this guy. And we'll come back over here with the last of it. Now, before I torch it, I had the brilliant, hopefully it's a brilliant idea, of kind of swirling my colors around in here. So I'm going to try to bring the blues into the turquoise, just make sort of an interesting pattern here. And then I'll do this again when I put the white on top. And we're going to come over here and just kind of give it a little bit of a swirl. Just give it a little contrast, a little interesting something something. And then we're going to come in here with the white, and we're just going to kind of layer this in wherever you feel like putting it. I think my ocean should be very frothy today. It was a stormy day, so we will have maybe not the storm colors, but a lot of surf. And I come in here on this side and do this. I think I'll get a little more in there. And just a touch more over here. Now at this point here, I'm going to quickly pop some bubbles. And then I'm going to come back in with my heat gun and try to move this stuff around a little bit. So, who knows, maybe this might actually work. So, I got my heat gun. I plugged it in, I know I did. Okay, slight technical difficulty with my heat gun. All right. Well, hopefully this will work as I knock everything over that's so neatly piled around me. There we go. Put it in a different outlet. So very odd. I have not used this very much, and I don't know why it's not working. Very strange. Well, I guess I'm not going to be using my heat gun. So, plan B. We're going to come back in here with a little more white. And we're going to try to work on feathering it out by hand instead of using my heat gun. And then once these start to set up in about 5, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to put some clear resin on top. And who says the ocean can't be colorful and have just a touch, just a bare touch of purple in there? Just drizzle a few little drops here and there. Just bring a little bit of color into it. Nature is very colorful to begin with. So it's nice to celebrate having colors in your work, especially when you're trying to imitate nature, or at least trying to well, you can't replicate nature, but just trying to imitate it in the most flattering way. So I've got just a touch of something in there. And then I'm going to come back in here. I really don't have much of anything of this left, but throw just a touch on the top here. And wipe off my little stick. And I'm going to come in here and try to give it a little bit of a swirl. Not much, just a touch. Get all your colors kind of moving around. And then we're going to leave these two alone for a few minutes so that I can come back in and put about a ½ ounce of clear resin on them. And we're going to start over here in our starfish. Start layering some of our colors here. And see what we can get out of this. So we got some of our blue in here. No, save a little bit of this for something else. I'm going to come in here with some of our green. And just kind of get the green in here and see what we can do with it. I don't want a whole lot of green on the head, but I think maybe we'll put just a little bit up there. And then yeah, I'll come in here with a little bit of this darker blue, just a little. Give it a little interest here. And I want my starfish to have some color to him. So I'm definitely going to come in here with just a touch of copper, because I think that would make it look really nice. Just a little bit in the nose, a little bit on some of his little spikes here. And kind of bring this copper color around. Get up in here. I'm actually kind of really digging these color combos right now. They actually are starting to look really killer together, so I have high hopes that this might work. We shall see. Oh well, best laid plans of mice don't always work, but we'll see what we can get out of this. So now we've got that in here, and a little bit of magenta. Get a little bit more color on this guy, especially up in its crown area. Make sure that he looks like he's a very handsome or a very pretty starfish. Just get touches in here and there. And I'm making a mess with my resin, but that's all right. Messes can be cleaned. And now, what are we gonna do with this guy? You know what? I think I'm gonna come in here with some definite white. So just there we go. I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time on this. I'm just right now this is an experiment. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how I like it, and maybe it's gonna be a learning curve, and I'll figure out if it doesn't come out, what I did wrong. But so now we've got that in there, and I'm going to come back in here with my stir stick that I've already used and kind of just swirl the paints a little bit, not a lot, just kind of move some of the colors around. And that's looking very nice. And I think we're going to put some more. I think I might just use the rest of the cobalt and the blue. And I'll just have to make some more for my other projects. And we'll just keep layering this guy until he looks about the way he should look. I'll come back in here with a little bit of the blue yellow. And I'm going to swirl each layer a little bit so that everything goes all the way through. And then I'll give him a quick torch once I have him swirled out. I think we're going to give him a real pretty spine right here. Have this color just come down and curl it into his tail. Oops. I'm gonna come in here with a little bit more white, and this guy should be about done. We'll see what we get out of this, and I will unmold these tomorrow or the next day and let you guys see how everything came out. And I'm hoping I didn't screw it up. So we'll see. Hey, it's only paint and resin. Worst comes to worst, I'll start over from scratch. But the important thing is to keep trying. Keep thinking about different things you can do with the different mediums that you use and the different canvases or molds or other substrates that you might use. And consider mixing your media colors. Like I'm using resin pigments, and I'm using acrylic pigments, and I might even put a touch of alcohol in here. We shall see how that goes. But I'm gonna go back to my favorite little stir stick here because it's pretty much used up. Might get just a touch of this pretty color in here. That is pretty color. I wish I'd made just a hair more of this. But I think I've got enough to just get the color in here. So I'm kind of happy with this so far. Let's see how it dries. What I'm happy with now, I might not be happy with tomorrow. Just very gently come in here and give him little swirls. And kind of swirl his tail there. And see how this guy dries. I'm actually really pleased with that. I think for now it looks really pretty cool. Now I've got these two that have been sitting here for a few minutes. In the meantime, I have a few resins left over. So I think I'm going to put them together. Actually, before I do that, let me start my little roses. Get my little teeny roses here. And I'm gonna put just a touch of white in the center. I have not used this mold before, so I'm doing all sorts of firsts today. We'll see how it comes out. Right now I figure today is going to be a total learning curve because I'm working on doing things I've never done before. And we'll see how they come out. If they don't come out, I'll try to figure out what I didn't do right and see to it that they come out better next time. So, and I've got to start torching everything in a minute, but I'll get that in a second. All right, so we're gonna work on getting magenta in these little rose molds and see what we come out with. Very good. That easily cleans up off of these silicone molds. I haven't used this particular mold before, but I have used other molds similar to this. And if you spill a little bit of resin on it, it's easily cleaned up. So it's not a big deal. So I'm just going to make sure I got these just full enough to be near the top, but not go over the top. And put a little bit more in here. There we go. And give all this a real quick torch. So, and I'm actually really kind of digging these ocean scene ones right now. So, I can't wait to pour clear resin on top of these guys. I think they'll be really, really, really pretty. So I'm going to put this over here. Now I have pink, purple, white, green, blue left. So I think what I'm going to do is, how should I do this? You know what? I'm just going to go for it. I've never done a resin flip cup, or I mean dirty pour, but I think I'm going to do a resin dirty pour today. We're just going to put the different colors in here and see what comes out. I don't think I want to put that next to the purple. I think I'll put the white next to the purple. And if there's anything left over, I'll find a little something to stick it into. I have these adorable little dog paw molds that I got. I haven't used yet. And they only take about a drop of resin each. So if there's anything left over from this, I'll throw it in there. So now we're going to go in here with our blue, which is, again, really, really pretty. And I'm really digging these colors. And who knows, this might be a total failure, but hey, that's how you learn things, right? Come back in here with my green, blue, and green, which is another very nice, rich color. Get that out of here. I really should start picking up after myself real quickly here, so I don't go knocking everything askew and getting resin all over my house, which I've done before. So now we're gonna come back in here with this other blue-green. It's more of a deep blue with just a touch of green in it. Hey, you only live once, you might as well live dangerously, right? And I'm gonna come back in here with the last little bit of my purple. And we'll see what we can get out of all of this mess. Oh, something completely outside of my wheelhouse. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. So I'm gonna quickly give this a couple of stirs just to mix my colors up a little bit. I don't want them muddy, but I want them incorporated just a touch. Now that they're incorporated somewhat, take the stick out, and bring my mold here. This has to be done a little slowly because you got to give the resin time to get down into the sides and so forth. So far, so good. Just about to there. Okay, very good. So that's one bowl mold done. I'm gonna get a second bowl mold here. Kind of really liking the way these colors are going together and kind of swirling within each other. Kind of a pretty effect. Hey, we'll know tomorrow whether or not I screwed up. And if I did, no, I've wasted a few ounces of resin and some paint, but Let's see, what else have we got here for mold? I have some druzy molds from Becky. I like working with her molds quite a bit. And so we'll see if we can't move things around just a bit here, so I have a little space as I'm continuing to work to get more in. If I had planned this better, I would have used a silicone brush to coat the inside of the mold with resin, but I ended up with a little bit more resin than I thought I was going to have. Okay, and we have, whoops, I'm setting things flying. Now I'm going to do one last bowl. And tomorrow we'll take all of this out and see how they come out. So hopefully they'll come out really good. There we go. Sometimes I have to burp these just a touch. There we go. Get all your air bubbles out. That was my fault because I poured it too quickly. So, all right. That's it for that. What else have I got here for mold? Another druzy mold. So this should take up the rest of the resin, which will be good. I'm just going to keep swirling it around for as long as it comes out. And get over here into these cracks. Make sure I get those filled. This should make a very nice druzy. Just come in here, the last few places where I don't have quite as much, and voila, voila. Just a touch right there. So we can get 2 more drops out of this and they'll be golden. 1 drop there, and 1 good sized drop there. There we go. That looks nice. That looks very well. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to you guys for the moment. I'm gonna mix up some clear resin, probably about 2.5 ounces, and I'll cover these guys with a clear coat of resin. And I might just fill him up just a little bit more with a clear coat of resin. But, so that was quick and easy. Let's see if it was worth the effort. I'm gonna give these guys a torch again and see, hopefully the gods will smile on this and let them dry nicely, and that would work nice for me. So, and there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully tomorrow we will see the fruits of my labor, okay? Have a good time, guys. Remember, don't be afraid to try something new and fail. You'll just learn from it and grow as an artist and make more stuff. And I still see a couple of bubbles over here. There, oh, there we go. But by and large, this is not a bad thing. Not bad at all. So, have fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye, guys.